Hello, everybody. It is noon, well, just past noon, but as promised, today we are here with the beautiful Maria. Maria, can you say hello to the people who are watching us?
Hallo, guten Morgen. That was German. That's me
Exactly.
speaking German.
You can, if
Hi.
you want to speak in German, Maria, you can speak in German, but I will not be able to understand anything of what you say. So German is not a language I speak, so maybe I should come to you so you can teach me a little bit of that. So, as
No,
I said sorry, go Maria.
no, I just wanted to add that don't worry, I'll never teach German myself because I'm not a native speaker and our teachers are native speakers.
There you go. So I will come to your teachers then. Excellent. So as I said in the introduction, Maria is a familiar face in the industry. Most of us know Maria through Lead 50/50 because she is one of the co-founders of Lead 50/50. But Maria has been in the industry for much longer than that because she is also the owner of Linguland, which is an agency that has been sending students abroad for the last 17 years. So, Maria, let me ask you about you personally. I mean, who is Maria? How did you end up, so to speak, in this industry?
So I came to Germany from Spain, where I'm from 20 years ago, to study. And then I started Linguland together with Tobias, my business partner at Linguland, who's still my business partner at Linguland. That's how I started 17 years ago.
Wow. Wow. And where
To
are you
send
from in Spain, Maria?
from Germany.
No,
I
no,
was new in Germany.
no.
Yeah,
I said you personally. Which part of Spain are you originally from?
I am from Asturias, which is on the north of Spain on the Atlantic coast. It's beautiful and green and rainy. It's a bit like Ireland, but sunny.
So you have
Asturias.
the best of both worlds.
Yeah, you have the mountains and the sea very nearby. I always want everyone to come to Asturias when I'm there. Yeah, and then I moved to Germany as an exchange student.
Okay.
And for me, coming to Germany, to Bochum, where I live, was going into the big world. It was, yeah, starting living as an adult, really, being on my own, far from my family, adventure, new life. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And in fact, today we are here to talk about your latest project, which is My German Way. And from what I can understand from obviously the name of the organization, it is an organization that helps students to come to Germany to study in Germany, right?
Not not really studying. It's
Okay.
we help people who want to live and work in Germany.
Okay.
And
Okay.
to do that, you need to overcome two barriers. One is the language, because for anything you do here, you need a B2 level. You need to be able to communicate in German. And the second is the cultural barrier. Because at first, when you come to this country, maybe it's just different, right? So that's what we do. We teach you the language, German, with German for work specifically. Then we do cultural training and we coach you, we mentor you so you can settle here and we find you a job in certain professions, right?
Okay, so let me simplify this. Let me break it down. So if I am somebody, not necessarily a student, a person, Bernice. Bernice wants to go to Germany to start a life in Germany. I contact you. And what do I need? What information do I need to give you?
Yeah. So first I ask you, do you speak German, Bernice? How's your German?
Nothing. Zero. Nada. Nine is the
Okay.
only word I know in German.
Okay. What we do then is we take you from 0 to B2.
Okay. And
So you're able to,
how do you take a student, a person, sorry, I keep saying student. How do you take a person
yeah,
from 0 to B2? Do you teach them?
yeah, we teach you German for work. Well, at first it's just German, right? Listening, speaking, reading, and writing, the usual thing. We do it, if you can come, we teach you straight ahead, face to face, in groups, in little groups.
Okay.
And if you cannot travel because of the restrictions, you can start from home via video conference, and we'll give you a lot of homework because German is difficult. And then in 32 weeks, we take you from 0 to B2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. 32
And
weeks.
then when you come here, we find you a job. We help you find a job. And our recommendation is, because this is not for, Germany is, for me, as a foreigner here, as an expat, it's a place, this is not, how can I say, it's not for leisure. It's
Mhm.
really if you want to work
Yeah.
here, to work and live here.
Yes, 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 yes.
We recommend it for doctors, for people who work in healthcare, especially, and in technical professions, engineers, but also electricians. If you're a mechatronic, how do
Mechanical.
you say that?
Mechanic.
Mechanical, anything with your hands, because
Okay.
there's a huge shortage of staff there, of skilled workers in technical professions and in healthcare.
Okay.
So this is what we do. We make sure that you find a job here. We find you a job. So we do the work placement with
And
interview preparation.
I have another question, Maria, because now the
Yeah.
questions start coming, and I'm trying to think like our followers, our viewers would think. You told me that you're based in Bochum in Germany.
Yes.
So I pronounce it badly, I know. The workplace,
No, no, it's good.
the work placement that you find me, is it in your area, or could I work in a different part of Germany if, for example, I'm interested in living and working in Munich, in Frankfurt, in Berlin? Could you help me to find a job in those areas?
Yes. So we do the work placement everywhere in Germany, but this area where we are happens to be the one of the biggest European conurbations. It's a huge metropolitan area. I know it sounds horrible, but it's not. It's
No.
green, you have plenty of nature, and you have the highest concentration, or the highest, how do you say it, density of hospitals in
Okay.
Germany.
Nice
So many
concept.
hospitals here, my God.
Okay.
And also just companies for engineering. So this is the place for
Mhm.
engineers, doctors, nurses, and skilled workers.
Okay.
And I think it's the perfect place for that.
And does your organization, does My German Way help me with accommodation, for example?
Yeah, yeah. We do find you a long-term accommodation, a contract, a rental contract, right?
Mhm.
So we don't do the typical um, language travel for the summer, right? For 4 weeks, for 2 weeks. No, this is for people who really want to come here and stay a couple of years, at least. And yeah, we'll find you a shared flat or a host family, but a long-term one.
Okay. Very interesting. And so to bring it back again to our viewers, to our followers, who is your target market, Maria? Who would you like to work with from this industry?
Good. So right now we have a language course for doctors that starts on the 12th of April. And this is for people who already speak German, who
Not
have a
for me.
high level, and who, and who need to pass the official exam. It's called Fachsprachprüfung, which means specialist German for medicine,
Okay.
right? It takes 2 months, and after we help you do the degree recognition, and then we place you in a hospital. And we also have the regular language courses, all of them starting on the 12th of April. So going back to your question, who we would like to work with agents from all over the world who have students who want to make it in Germany. It's about people who want to make it in Germany.
Okay.
And our recommendation, because we're all about expectation management, right? We need to give the students realistic expectations. For instance, if I am not part of a shortage occupation in Germany, if my education is in, I don't know, finance, right? And I don't speak any German, and I have a good job somewhere else, I said, give it a think. So we make sure that students have realistic expectations. That's very important.
And do you guide them? So exactly. So if a student comes to you from a completely different background where you feel that it's going to be difficult for the student to find a job, for the student to have a successful experience, you will tell them immediately.
Of course, that's super important. We tell them, listen, we can teach you German, but if your goal is to work and live here, this is what you can expect, right? Yeah, we even tell people, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
First, please do this, do that, right?
I think.
Because I can tell you what. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, it's because, for instance, I have some friends in Latin America, specifically in Colombia and in Mexico, and they told me, oh, we friends from the industry, we had students who were disappointed because they heard that studying in a German university is for free. Yeah, it is almost for free to study at university, and education here is great, but to learn the language and live here, of course, it's going to cost you some money.
Of course.
So you know what I mean? And you have this language barrier, so it's all about learning German.
Yes.
And then understanding the culture. That's it. Reading the Germans.
How big of a, I mean, I come from from previous experience in the industry where I worked with a lot of a lot of Germans. I also have family in Germany, and I'm even more ashamed to say that I don't speak the language, but that's a little detail in bracket. But for people who don't really know Germany, or for people who only, visit Germany from time to time as tourists, how big of a culture shock is it to live and work in Germany?
Wow. Okay. So depending on where you're from, the shock will be bigger or smaller. For instance, you are from a southern country, from a sunny, warm country like, let's say, from the south of Spain or from Malta, you'll have a bit of a shock because of the weather, right? Because not everywhere in Germany the weather is bad, but it's just, that's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like moving from the south of Italy to England. It's exactly the same, right? So German culture, I can tell you, this sounds like a stereotype, but they are very direct, straightforward, frank. There's a word in German, zuverlässig, that means reliable,
Okay.
punctual, right? My first shock as an Erasmus student here, as I was 21, was that it was a Monday. I met some people in my student residence, and they said, Maria, let's have breakfast together next Saturday. And I thought, what? Breakfast? Okay. And I said, okay. They asked me, what time? 10 a.m.? And I said, yeah, 10. 10 is fine. You know what happened, Bernice? Next Saturday, 6 days later, at sharp 10 a.m., ding dong, and I was sleeping, right? I got up, hi, and they were there. They brought me bread and cheese because
It's 10
stuff for breakfast. Oh, did you forget? And I thought, Black, what? They really, we had a date, but in the place where I'm from in Spain, if you make an appointment on a Monday and you don't hear from that person again, 6 days later, everyone has forgotten about it, you know? So, okay, punctuality. They are reliable, direct, frank. You don't get to know them immediately, right? Like they are not chitty chatty, small talk, smiley, but when you get to know them, when they let you in into their circle, you're there, you belong there. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Um,
understand exactly what you're saying because it's exactly the same experience that I had with my German client so many years ago when I worked with them. So it's exactly as you are describing it, and even so many years later, we are still friends. We still talk,
yes,
we still update each other, even though we are living in different parts, different parts of Europe. But yes, like you said, once you're let in, then you belong to the circle.
yeah. And also when you think of Germany, for me, the key, I could say opportunity, dreams, but really what it is security. It's a secure future. Is the healthcare system is amazing. School, I mean, education is really good
Mhm.
too. And you have job security,
Mhm.
right? So it's those three things. So job, health, education, security.
Security. Okay. And speaking of the word security, obviously a question that probably our agents and even the other people who are watching us would be asking themselves. I mean, we spoke about healthcare, we spoke about job security. What is the situation in Germany currently like? Is it a safe place to be in?
Mm,
If I am interested in coming to Germany right now, what are the restrictions that are in place? How easy or
mm.
difficult is it for somebody? I mean, I understand that it's not the ideal time to move to a new place, but let's say I want to do it because I'm choosing to look at this as an opportunity rather than a setback. What is it like in Germany at the moment?
Yeah. Right now, honestly, I would advise you to start
Mm-hmm.
online via video conference and plan for the next and coming in a month or in two, right? I wouldn't jump on a plane straight away because we're still in lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Schools are open. But for instance, my kids, they go to school only twice or three times per week,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the groups are smaller and the shops are still closed. I haven't been to the hairdressers for I don't know how long. and you still, you obviously, you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
So to meet new people is not the perfect time. I would give it just a month or two, because I have to say that the vaccination is not going very quickly.
Okay.
So till mid-April, end of April, slowly. But it's the perfect time to start from home with your journey. And again, if you work in healthcare, you can jump on a plane and come straight away almost, because there's a shortage of staff.
Exactly. So it depends on which industry your students come from. And I'm saying this specifically for those agents who are watching us right now and who have people who, because I'm sensing this a lot, not just in the industry, but all over. People have been, I mean, we've had this feeling of being stuck in a place, in a situation for a year now, and people want to start looking ahead. So what better opportunity to start looking ahead than to start working on your future now? I mean, in a lot of countries, this has been a global pandemic. In a lot of countries, a lot of industries have been hit by the pandemic. So if you have students who perhaps have approached you because they've lost their jobs, because they want to explore, the possibility of starting a new career, of moving to a new place and starting a new life in a new place. Normally, whenever the world goes through such turmoil, then you start seeing a lot of people wanting to move, wanting to do new things. Tell me.
I forgot one important thing, Bernice. I cannot believe I forgot about it. The paid vocational training.
So they
Ausbildung.
Money for that. Do tell us about that.
Yeah, it's we have a list of, it's called Ausbildung, which means vocational training, right? It has a part which is theory and a praxis one.
Okay.
So you're being trained and being paid for the training. It's not, you don't get rich.
No.
Right? You will earn like €1,000, but depending on what you do, 800 to 1,300. But you're being trained, it takes 2 to 3 years. And after that, you speak really good German, you're fluent, and you have entered the workforce here. And you can still go to college or to university. So it's all about choosing a field for the Ausbildung. That's what you call it in German. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Ausbildung.
Good. I'm B2 now. I'm coming.
For instance, as an electrician or mechanical, whatever,
Engineer.
as a nurse, and we do that placement because we have the connections here.
Okay.
So, and I know if you're from the European Union, you can actually jump on a plane and come straight ahead. I would just it's better just to gather information, maybe to give us a call, and we tell you, listen, maybe wait a bit or not. Jump on the plane now. We'll tell you.
Exactly. And that, I think that is the best kind of, you preempted me yourself. It is the best way for people to move ahead from this point. I mean, this live broadcast will continue to be available on our social media channels. It will go on our also on our YouTube feed. We will be sharing an article about it later on today. However, the most important thing, and the thing that I would like us to end with, is that if you have any students who are interested in living and working in Germany, give Maria a call, send her an email, write to her, because that way she can guide you better. Like she said in today's broadcast, in the majority of cases, it is tackled on a case-by-case basis. So there isn't really a one-size-fits-all. But if you have somebody who's interested, talk to Maria, because there's no better person to guide you through this. So Maria, if they want to contact you, Where do they find you?
It's on www.mygermanway.com or just maria.castro@mygermanway.com.
Okay.
Or even info. Of course, we do have a team there. I won't be able to answer everything, but I'm always there. info@mygermanway.com. That's it, yeah. It's maria.castro.
Oh, sorry. So the email address is long.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the website is there, www.mygermanway.com. The info address is here.
Yeah, perfect.
mygermanway.com. And if they want to contact you directly, it's maria.castro.
That's for anyone who wants to enter a partnership with us. And also, just again, I'm also an agent. I've been an agent for 17 years, so I know what you guys need. Okay.
That is also very important, especially in these trying times that we're living in. It's always very important to speak to people, to form partnerships with industry people who understand where you are coming from, because it has been a challenging year for everybody. It is still not over, so it's very important that we are there for each other. So, Maria, thank you very much for this very interesting and informative broadcast today. Like I said, for all our partners who are following us, do contact Maria on that email address. I'm leaving it there for you to be able to access it while we conclude this live broadcast. But at the same time, do not hesitate to drop Maria a line if you are interested in a collaboration or if you have students who would like to go to Germany to live and work. My German Way is definitely your go-to organization. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you once again, Maria. I can't wait to see you in person and give you a real big hug. But in the meantime, it's nice that we get to meet over here. So thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Bernice. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And we'll be back with another live broadcast, hopefully very soon with another guest. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.